Hello, and welcome to the Adventures of Siberia. We are playing space engineers, and we are rocking out the Industrial Overhaul Mod. Welcome, guys. Super happy to see you here with me today on this special episode. That's right, it's the 10th episode of the Adventures of Siberia Industrial Overhaul Mod. And I couldn't be happier. I have a lot of plans, and we are definitely going to be building a lot today. Anyways, this is just a quick walkthrough of what I ended up doing with the base. I did fine-tune it, do little things to it. I do want to show you the outside, which is where I did most of my additions. As you can see right outside my window, I have added turrets as defenses to our base here. Now those rust freighters, they've been getting a little bit too close for comfort. Let me close my helmet. And I just wanted to make sure that they didn't come too close to where we would get in trouble here. But I went ahead and I added turrets on the side of the base. I went ahead and I added turrets on top of the base here. There's another big one on this side. You know, practically anywhere I could possibly put a turret. There's some more on the roof on this side here, a couple more here. And I went ahead and I established our communications device that if I need to send a drone back to Earth, something like that, I'll be able to communicate with it. I might need a halfway point now that I'm thinking about it. But anyways, guys, let's talk shop. I am super excited to show you guys what is in store for today. Now, I'd like to introduce to you the Big.H Wing. This is one of my most favorite builds of all times. I used to play in one of the NA servers, one of the Keen servers, and this is the ship that I ran there. Of course, it was a vanilla version of this. I didn't have the laser turrets. I had the regular Gatlings and such. But this ship is a hybrid ship. It functions with atmospheric and also ion thrusters. And then for just a quick little boost and a little extra help in case we are a little bit on the heavy side, we have an array of hydrogen thrusters here and a large hydrogen thruster in the back as well, in case we're a little bit too heavy and need a little push to get out of atmosphere. Now this ship, man, I am so excited about it. Ever since I built it back in the day, it's been my little joy and pride. I am so happy about it. So let me go ahead and show you the inside here. Of course, I went with my rotary doors. You know, I have a problem with rotary doors. I just can't not use them. But the inside here is airtight. We have a vent here. I have cargo access. This does have a large cargo container on the inside, and it will be mainly used for transporting goods back and forth. Our survival kit up here. Now all of the necessities that we have to live are also in here. A little couch for a rest area, for when we decide to take a nap. We can sleep right in here in the bedroom. And then on this side, there is a restroom with a shower. Nice and cozy. A little table here so you can, cook and eat your food. And then welcome to the cockpit room. This is where everything is controlled here. Here it is. This ship is really awesome. It's so exciting. Let me go ahead and kick on that hydrogen thruster so you can see those as well. Lighting on the bottom in case we are scouting an asteroid. It does have its own ore detector and a point defense turret as well. So it is pretty awesome ship. It's got everything that it needs. Now, one of the coolest features that I set up for it is what it's able to do with its companion little ships here. So I'm calling these the mini wings. Big.H Wing, mini wings, get it? So I started off with the miner version of it. So the Mini Wing miner, it comes with 8 drills. It has 6 small cargo containers. It has a sorting system that spits out stone. It's a perfect little miner. It's got 3 small hydrogen tanks, and the H Wing actually has a large grid hydrogen tank that it will be using to refuel these guys and also for its own thrusters. But I went ahead and I did 3 versions of the same ship. So the insides are all the same. The only thing that changes is this one has welders. So the Mini Wing welder and then the Mini Wing grinder. So the idea with these ships here is that they park on the H Wing perfectly. Let me go ahead and park it without crashing, hopefully. My gyro is off the chain here. Let's go ahead and drop it a little bit. There we go. That's a little better. So I wanted it to be placed here, like so. So let's say I'm going to a location where there is salvage and I need to grind down a salvage ship or something. Then what I can do is park my grinding ship here. The inside here is, you can see a little bit of the inner workings. I wasn't really intentional for you to be able to fly through here, but it kind of just happened that way. I have 9 batteries. I have all my gyros in here. I have 6 reactors. I have 2 hydrogen generators, the large tanks right here, and right behind me I have my jump drive. And then right above us here is that cargo container on the flooring of the inside. And above, on that end over there, the jump drive, there is also a hydrogen tank. So as you can see there's a lot going on here. The hydrogen tank is right in here where the connector is. Let me see if I can show you really quickly. Right in there. So right now it's about half, but you throw a little ice in this thing and it fuels up all the mini wings and you're good to go. I also set up this connector on the back here in case, let's say I am with the welding ship, but I truly also need the mining ship. We can park 2 of them. Intentionally I wanted it just to be at the front, but it just so happened that way that we can, if we need to, take an extra ship here. So we can take up to 2 of these at any time. I mean, truly, if we want to, we can just land here the 3rd and have them all. But that is the functionality of what I'm trying to do here, and I am absolutely in love with the way this ship came out in the Industrial Overhaul Mod. Guys, I will most definitely be placing this on the Steam Workshop, and I will be doing a video on these relatively soon, so stay tuned for that. Guys, let's get started. Part of the plan here is to start off with the welder ship. So what I'm going to do is set up a projector on the base and make this ship. From that point on, we can project the rest, and it could be our workhorse, and we should be able to get everything covered today. I most definitely need the Big.H Wing. Alright guys, so I've been doing a little bit of planning, and this is what I've come up with. So I went ahead and I set up some pipes here. The connectors are where the mini wings are going to park. So this is essentially the beginning of the parking area here. But more than that, what I set up here are projectors with the blueprint to each and every one of them. So let me go ahead and turn them on really quickly. So we have all of the mini wings right here. So this is the goal. I want to start by welding my welder ship first. For obvious reasons. Once we get this guy working, I can load it up with parts, turn it around, and make my miner. I don't really have an emergency for making the grinder just yet. I will get to it, but these 2 are the main ones that I want. The welder, so that it can build the miner, and eventually we are going to use it to build the actual H-Wing as well. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is I've been doing some scouting. I've taken this little guy out. Mostly, I've been able to fill him up with ice, and I've been able to pretty much slingshot him all the way out there. As you can see, 56 kilometers that way. I have found some uranium, and about 49 this way. I've found some platinum. Um, I've not collected any of them yet, but those are the locations for them. I want to make this trip worth it, so why not just pop out the mining ship? I can come back with the all the drills filled with platinum, and also all the containers. It should be able to make it there and back before we even get the Big.H Wing done. Um, and not only that, but we will need the platinum and we will need the uranium to complete the Big.H Wing. So before we even get to that, we're going to have a lot of processing. I'm going to take as much material down to Earth with me as I can. But I definitely want to get this miner online so that we can start doing that processing. So let me get started with the welder ship here. And let's go to show only buildable. I like it this way, it makes life a little easier. And I'm going to go ahead and turn this one off just so I have access to the cargo here a little easier. So right click that connector, let's get parts and weld it. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with this part. I'm not going to bore you with a lot of the back and forth part here of welding these. They are all similar. I think it'll be more exciting once I start doing things with the welding ship once it's completed here. So let me go ahead and cut into the part where I get a lot of these done, and apparently we're out of construction components, so I might be going back down to Earth with the Skull Kid to reload on a lot of materials as well. So be back. And voila, there we go. So I managed to get our first ship going here. The battery still needs to charge a little bit, but I did go ahead and refuel it. So I'm just going to let it sit for a little bit, and I think we're actually ready to cut it out of here. Let's go. So I can turn this projector completely off, and we don't need him anymore. I'm gonna let this charge for a little bit. Not that I need it to charge so much, but I do want to do another trip down to Earth to collect some more materials. I went down for some construction components and came back. I want to do a load of steel plates. That's going to be my next one. I'm running a little short. So I will go ahead and do that, and I will be back, and hopefully this guy will be supercharged and ready to roll, and we can print out this guy over here, which is our miner. I'm going to go ahead and turn this guy off for access to that connector. And yeah, let me get this going, and I will see you in a little bit. Alright, so I've gone ahead and I loaded up our welding ship here. I want to go ahead and drop this to show buildable. That way we can see a little better. And let's give this welder a test drive. I think we're ready to start making our miner over here. So let's go ahead, turn on our thrusters. I want to definitely make the gyros a little softer. There we go. And also I want to set up a welder group. So this is the mini wing welders. There we go. Grab a group of welders and set it on here. I don't need this sorter on this particular ship, so I might just go ahead and remove it all together. But let's go ahead and do this here. Now I want to see it from the outside like this and turn it on. Number 4. Ooh, that is nice. Nice and slowly move back, and hopefully it'll weld the whole thing, in theory, right? If I place enough materials in here. Ooh, this is exciting. Let's check out this side. Oops, wrong way. There we go. We are doing great. This is going to be some progress. I already feel it. Here we go. I think I got enough stuff now. I'm hoping. There we go. Weld me stuff. I think I got that right. There we go. Come on. Do them all. So it looks like I missed a couple little spots here and there. It's not a big deal. It's not a huge deal. But it was just my attention to detail, really. I could have had all the materials, but it turns out I ran out of some, and maybe a part or two in the middle didn't fully get welded. But we can fix it. I think. I'm hoping. Am I close enough to the ground? Can I reach in there? Yeah, I can. That should be good. I think everything is welded now. I'm gonna go ahead and give this ship a quick checkout over here. But I think everything is set. Looks that way. Missed one block here. There we go. Very cool. Let's go ahead and connect this. And that should tell us if our thrusters and every piping is correct. And that is a positive. Very cool. So let me go ahead and park the welding ship back over here. The next thing we got to do is let our mining ship here charge up. And the next step is to go out for some uranium and then some platinum. And for you guys, this is going to be a short little break. However, it's going to take me some time to do this. I have got to process all those raw resources that I'm going to be collecting, taking them back down to the planet, and then producing the things that I'm going to need for the Big.H Wing, which is the main build here today. I'm so excited to have that ship. It's, like I said, it's been one of my favorites forever. Get connected. There we go. I should be able to power them all off. Yes. Since they were built under the same blueprint, when I turn the thrusters off on this ship, all of the other ones that have the same groups will turn off as well. So all of them, I could essentially turn them all off with one click here. I might have to change that and see how it goes. But yeah, like I was saying, titanium 50 kilometers that way, and we have uranium 56 kilometers this way. So I'm gonna let this charge a little bit more. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna make one more earth run, pick up some more materials to get our I think I'm just gonna go ahead and build a grinder ship, you know, just to make sure we have all three of these guys done, and then we should by then have enough materials to start the Big.H Wing. So be right back. All right, so we are back here at the production facility in space. I've gone ahead and came back up with some more steel plates, what I want to do now is I want to take this miner and go all the way over there to where that platinum is, and go ahead and just bring back home a load. What I've been thinking about is I want to grab the uranium and process it here. Go ahead and run it through my system, because with the uranium we won't really need to be making too much down there. So it would be worth it to just keep it up here. It doesn't really have to travel back and forth. The platinum, however, I'm gonna need to take it down to Earth and make some thruster components. So let me go ahead and check. Actually, I need to release it from the bottom here. So now it's an independent ship, and it should work. I went ahead and I changed a couple of things about the welder here. As you can see, I went with some glass here. The gyro used to be here. I removed it and put it on that side. And I removed the ore detector. Since this is a welding ship, it doesn't really need one. On the mining ship, obviously I will leave one on there. The other thing I went ahead and I changed is on the miner here, you can see we have a sorter and a secondary connector to spit out stone. That is not something that is necessary on the welder, so I just went ahead and removed that and placed the block there. If I need to, I can place another battery or something in there, but I think we're fine with power. So let's go ahead and jump in here, and let me take a look at my tanks really quickly. It would be the smaller tanks. Did I only put 2 on this thing? I guess so. Let's go ahead and stockpile them to 100. We are good to go. Turn off stockpile so we can get out of here. Turn on the thrusters and let's go. So let's head towards that platinum, and hopefully we can get there relatively soon. So we're at max speed. I'm gonna go ahead and drop the gyros. These gyros, I'm telling you, man, they are pretty wobbly if you keep them pretty strong. The good news is when you're loaded up, you want to bring it back up so you have a little bit more control when you're pretty heavy. Alright, let me get closer to this asteroid and we'll be back. Alright, and here we are on the approach to the platinum asteroid. I'm just going to go ahead and collect as much as I can here, hopefully filling this miner up. Turns out I had forgotten to weld one of my hydrogen tanks. It was unfinished. I did have some materials in my inventory. I just got lucky with it. And I went ahead and welded it up, but that's why my fuel's so low right now, or else we'd be doing a lot better. Okay, so for the platinum, we are over here. Let's go take a look at this side. Maybe it's a little bit closer. Platinum, it really is over here. Okay, so let me just go ahead and grab some. I'm just gonna go ahead and right click our way right to the platinum here. What did I do? I don't want to crash. There we go. Okay. Sorry, I got a little disoriented there, but it looks like this is the platinum, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. Right. It is. Stone thrower is working. Sorter. It is on. Let me just double check that my sorters are working because we are collecting a lot of stone right now. So this guy needs to be on throw out. On. And then I wonder if my sorter was actually taken care of. Let's see here. Yeah, we got a whitelist and do stone right here in order for this to work. There we have it. And then we need to put it on drain all. It should throw it out now. There we go. So now we're getting rid of that stone. Don't really care for the stone right now. I honestly want to take back as much of the platinum as I can. But let's go ahead and keep working at it and grab some more. As you can see here, it's still picking up some stone, and it'll get rid of it. But the platinum is being stored. Apparently, I forgot to weld one of my cargoes as well. Great. So yeah, I guess that's one of the downsides to the welder. You can miss some blocks, and I should have been more careful about it and just read the blueprint. You can check to see if you grinded everything up, welded everything up. So let's see, cargo. Yeah, you see this one's not fully built, so might be having an issue of the stone going through here. Yeah, I don't want to clang out against that. That would not be good. But let me go ahead and back out of here nice and slowly. Get out of my way, rocks. Ooh, I almost crashed. But there we have it. I'm going to go ahead and bring back this load that I have to the processing facility, because we are kind of low on the hydrogen. I don't want to keep abusing it. But I'm going to gain some speed here. And my front thrusters are off. I'm going to go ahead and just let it ride. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to turn them off and let myself glide. So I know I have 18%, and I'm going to need that to brake before we get to the base. And here we are on the approach to the processing facility, and we made it just fine. I'm not too worried. We still have a little bit of fuel, about 6 fuel or hydrogen, and hopefully it's enough for me to stop right here and drop it to the parking spot. What I don't want to do is leave it gliding. We are on one. Why is it? Oh, we are kind of far from it still. Can you just hit the connector? Oh, I'm at 0. Come on, don't die on me. Just get on the connector. There we go. Perfect. Right as I ran out of fuel. Awesome. So now the base will start to collect the platinum that's on here and start processing it. Alright, so I've done a few trips out to collect some uranium and also some platinum. Everything is working fine here. I've managed to process some stuff. This is a few days later in gameplay, but it's been taking some time. But if we look at the rock crusher here, it is collecting the platinum right now, crushing it. Our ore purifier is doing its thing here, turning the crushed into purified, and we are getting the most amount of yield out of this deal through our refinery here as well. That is just making platinum. I have managed to make a decent amount of both uranium and about 2k and 1k of platinum here. I have a little bit of other materials. Got some good amount of iron. I should take this back to Earth. And that's exactly what I need to do. I need to start transporting all of those goods. I think I'm going to take some uranium for the base, just so I can power some things down on Earth. But mostly, I think I'm just going to leave it up here. This might be the place where I refine uranium to go into outer space. This might be our fueling facility specifically for that along the way. But I'm going to go ahead and load up our ship over here. Let me go ahead and take a look at the inventory. So I have some tantalum that I'm already getting ready to... So let's go to the cargo. On the base, and that would be this guy here. Can I grab... I cannot transfer. Oh yeah, I'm on the opposite side of the conveyor. I forgot. I never fixed that. But I've literally been taking so little back. Like by the time everything's processed, the size of the ingots are a lot smaller than that. I've just been coming up here and grabbing things by hand in order to, there we go. Yeah, to take back to Earth. Like honestly, as you see here, the load is not that big. So I'm gonna go ahead and head back to Earth, and I'm going to start making the thruster components and all of that good stuff that I need to produce the oh man, I know I got sidetracked there. I just absolutely love this little ship. But yeah, I'm gonna make the thruster components for the Big.H Wing. So it is time to head back to Earth. Let me go ahead and open my GPS and actually find my Earth base. I will not be needing these guys. But, Syberiaville, here we go. Woohoo! Alright guys, see you on Earth. So I've gone ahead and I placed a reactor on the Mega Beast here, right up there on top of the medical bay. So man, this thing has no more power issues. This thing is just gonna be fine forever now. I brought most of my uranium down to Earth, so this place has plenty of uranium for itself here and for builds to come. I've gone ahead and I've loaded up the Skull Kid with as many parts. Here, let me go ahead and look at the cargoes that I possibly could. So I got some quantum computers, I got a bunch of these, the thruster components, and a few gravity components that I was able to make. So that's going to be our load. I'm going to go ahead and refuel this, the Skull Kid here with some rocket fuel. So let's go ahead and look at the tanks. Where is it? Rocket fuel. There we go. Let's go ahead and put it on stockpile, make sure they are full, which they now are. Stockpile off, and let's go. It is time to fly. Oops, wrong button. There we go. Again, super heavy, but this ship seems to always manage to just take care of what it needs to. I'm a little laggy here today. Let's go ahead and set up our override before I start falling. There we go. Very awesome. Very cool. Definitely a little bit on the laggy side for some reason today. But we should be just fine here, and I will see you guys up in space. Here we are on the approach to the production facility. I'm just going to go ahead and park this guy up right here. And I think the next thing we need to do is go ahead and make the grinding ship. Get that done, out of the way. I think I have plenty of materials now. And after that, I need to set up an area where the Big.H Wing is going to be parking and a spot for it to be built. So let me go and park this thing, figure that part out, be right back. I'm gonna go ahead and start welding the grinder ship now. Start getting this guy all done, and hopefully I can get started on the H-Wing here relatively soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish welding this, and I'll get back to you guys very shortly here. So there we have it. We got all of the mini wings all welded up, ready to roll. I'm so excited to have tool ships up here. I know that once I start building the actual production facility, there's going to be a lot of welding, and I am going to be so happy that I have these little guys here. One of the things that I can and will possibly change around is that I want to, let's see here, I want to grab this gyro. Okay, let me go ahead and turn this projector off. I don't need it anymore. And I'm going to remove this ore detector because this is a grinding ship. It just doesn't need it. Let's go ahead and grab the gyro and place it right here in there. And then I can do what I did to the welding ship with the glass. So do I have any glass on me? No, I do not. Let me grab some. I've used all of my connectors, so now I don't have a place to grab things from. That was from earlier. Yeah, 2 should be fine. Let's go ahead and what I did on the other ship was I placed them like so. There we have it. And there we have it. The other thing that I can get rid of on this particular ship is the sorter. Again, not going to need it here. This is a good spot if I need to put a battery here for later or something. So yeah, let's go ahead and just place a block in here for now, and then I can just follow this design through with a little halfsies like that. And then what do I want to do here? I want to lock it to the base first off. Okay, thrusters, calm down. Let's see, I probably want to thin it out here actually. Let's grab the black like so, and then I can do a corner like that. So now we have the connector, and it doesn't need all that other stuff, and it's got grinders, and it should work just fine. I'll play around with all of the buttons and everything that I have to set up on these guys still, but there's no rush with that. But there we have it. So the next thing I want to do now that we have all of these ships is I need to set up an area to start building the Big.H Wing, and I have to think about that for a second, so I will be right back. Alright guys, so this is what I came up with to where I'm gonna build the Big.H. So I figured this could be the piping area. Eventually I might make a way for us to walk from the inside of the living quarters up here to where it's gonna be parked. So this is what I'm thinking. Let me go ahead and turn this on. That I will be welding it up right over here until it's completed. It's going to take me some time to weld this. I still need to make more thruster components. I got to go back and forth to Earth and bring some more things up before I can fully get this thing done. But my goal is to make sure that that happens today. So let's get started. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Big.H Wing. It is finally here. I love this ship. This is my baby, I can't wait. Let's go for a flight. We need to take it for a test drive. Let's go. So, I need to set up a lot of commands here still, but we are good to go for now. Oh, yes. This thing is just awesome. I'm so excited. This is so cool. I've been wanting to have a nice ship like this. With this ship we can do so many things now. We can fly back to Earth, we can scout for ores, it's got a large cargo container, we can fill it up with stuff, bring it back up to space. This is how I plan to build the main facility that I have been planning since a few episodes behind, with the detachable modules in order to go to planets and farm what we need to. Let's go back to Earth and see how this flies in atmosphere. Here we are on the Earth approach. This thing flies just well. I have my atmospherics on, turning my front atmospherics to stop. It's got plenty of power to fly out here. We do not need the ions on right now since we're on the planet. But yeah, look at that. It's good to go. I am so stoked about this. This is such a cool ship. I am going to need to find a spot to park this on the base here. Very well. So I've gone ahead and I loaded up the Big.H Wing here, and I am just about ready to hit back up into space, get back up to the processing facility. Let me get some of this goodness here while I'm there. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on my atmospherics, remove ourselves from the base, and with the atmospherics alone, we are flying. As you can see, I'm a little on the heavy side. I get a little bit of lag here, I think. I have a heavy suspicion it's the amount of wind power that I have here. Anyways, let's go ahead and turn on our ions as well. And I'm going to turn off the front ions so that I can aim this upwards and just go for it. So I'm going to go ahead and spacebar until I get enough speed here. Wow, I am so laggy near to space lately. So I want to test and see if we can get out of orbit with just the ions and the atmospherics. See, when I'm tilting upwards now with just the two atmospherics, I'm not really pushing as hard as I need to. I know that just with the spacebar I could probably make it, but that's why I put this hydrogen thruster on here to help with that final push, just in case things got a little out of hand. And you can always just pump it as you need it. Let's start lining up with the processing facility so that we can start heading up that way. Let's go ahead and give it a little bit more push. Oh, this is exciting. And it'll come to a point here where we'll start getting losing speed slower and slower, which is really cool. But yeah, we're doing okay. Not bad. We have a million. Let's go ahead and push it a little bit more. Get some speed. So basically, we just passed the level of the atmospherics there. So they are pretty much useless at this point. See, they're barely firing anything. The ions are starting to pick up. But I did start at 100% hydrogen. I just wanted to point that out. We're only at 94. So it's pretty fuel efficient. And when I tested it before, it definitely does this trip on empty without, I mean, I have a lot of cargo now. If it didn't have this much cargo, it would come in and out of the atmosphere no problem. So I'm pretty stoked. As we can see here, it does it. It is completely just running on the ionic thrusters now. As a matter of fact, I can go ahead and turn off the atmospherics. And then, as you can see, we're gaining speed little by little there. We're getting there. So yeah, we'll get to the processing facility. I have no doubt at this point that it will make it throughout the rest of the way. So here we are on the approach back to the base. No problem getting out of atmosphere, even with everything that we have on in the cargo right now. I managed to pick up a lot of stuff. See, we got a lot of weight, about 223,000 liters there. So let's go ahead and park up with the base here and, you know, just enjoy the splurge. This is going to open doors for a lot of things for us to be able to build out here, and that's exactly why I wanted these ships. So guys, I think I'm going to leave it here with us today. Thank you so very, very much for joining me. If you enjoyed what I did, please don't forget to like and hit that subscribe button. It definitely keeps me motivated. Thank you so much for all the love and support, and I will catch you guys on the next one.